and welcome home to Live Oak Unitarian Universalist Church. I'm Ronin DePrang, and my pronouns are they, them. Thank you for joining us, we who bring a teaching of hope, we who bring a saving message, who welcome all in our doors, Buddhist, Christian, atheist, and pagan, straight, gay, lesbian, bisexual, cisgender, transgender, non-binary, and intersex, all who are searching, seeking, looking for more meaning, more service, more love, all of us gathered here together. I invite you to put your smartphone on worship mode, which means it won't make any sounds, but you can still post on social media about the things you hear today, to let those who can't be with us this morning share a little of our experience, maybe even an invitation to join you here next week. Please rise now, either in body or in spirit, and join us in singing hymn 298, Wake Now My Senses, and remain standing for the chalice lighting.
The chalice today is being lit by Melissa Zaratny. This congregation is bound not by creed, but by covenant. May those in agreement affirm our church covenant now. We affirm a caring community of and for all ages, seeking wisdom, doing service, and living with integrity. In our diversity, our covenant holds us in unity as we celebrate our shared spiritual journey. You can sit down. Hello, my name is Catherine Enyart, and my pronouns are she, her. One thing I particularly love about this church, sorry, lost my spot, is our intentional intergenerational community. It feels like a big family to me. I'd like to welcome any guests we have today. Thank you for taking a chance to walk through our doors and join us in worship. If this is your first time here, please stop by the visitors table so we can meet you and answer any questions you might have. This is a church that is buzzing 7 days a week. The definitive way to keep up with what's happening is through our weekly email newsletter, and you can sign up for it at the visitor's desk, and also go to our website at liveoakuu.org and click on What's Happening. Live Oak UU has many ways for you to connect with our beloved community. Beyond Sunday, opportunities are shared on our website or newsletter. And one event that's happening this week, which also happens to be on Sunday this time, today, It's happening right after the service, and I'm really excited about the opportunity to experience a sound bath with crystal bowls in room 208 as part of the RE offering today, and I'm looking forward to experiencing that this afternoon. We are pleased to welcome Ronin DePrang to our pulpit this morning. Ronin is a member of First UU Church of Austin and attends Austin Presbyterian Theological Seminary, where they are pursuing a Doctor of Ministry degree to become a hospice chaplain. They share a joyful life with their partner Kate, children Benji and Nora, cats Rascal and Shadow, and a bearded dragon named Princess Sunshine. Reverend Joanna is away at our UUA General Assembly and will return next Sunday. And our call to worship today was written by Rebecca Savage. We come to spiritual community this morning with many hopes in our hearts. The hope for inspiration, the hope for comfort, the hope for renewal. In this time and space, may inspiration water our thirsty souls. In this time and space, may comfort blossom in the gardens of our hearts and bring us sweet relief. In this time and space, may renewal course through us, as electric as a surge of energy, as serene as a nourishing meal, as contagious as joy, and bring us vitality and rejuvenation. May our time together honor all the hopes we hold within. May our time together bless us with the gifts of inspiration, comfort, and renewal. Let us worship together. Please give me a moment. There's quite a few here. give me a sec. Okay, I'll see if I can. Okay, let me start out with there are cucumbers in the fellowship hall from Linda's garden. Please take them. That's from Wayne McCullough. John Wone. After a year with no job, I finally started a new job. And I should have had you hold your applause. This is, I'm looking forward to increasing my support for LOUU. David Konopkin, sorry. I managed to convince my boss to let me go to Anchorage, Alaska in 2 weeks. If anyone has any tips or suggestions, let me know. And this is Joy from Michael Enyart. Catherine and I have been enjoying a long visit with our 14-and-a-half-year-old granddaughter visiting from Nashville. And Rosie says, I have to get braces again in 3 days, frowny face. Tracy is grateful to be 1 year alcohol-free, thanks to all. Yeah. Thanks to all who supported me in this journey. Sorry. This is from Wes. To whomever owns the blue Honda Prologue, that's a cool-looking car. And Barbara Coldiron says, mourning the U.S. short-sightedness in bombing Iran, not to mention hubris. Yes, and this is a joy and concern about the Middle East escalation. This morning, we hold in our hearts the people of the Middle East as violence and tensions continue to escalate. Our concern reaches across borders, languages, and beliefs for families displaced, lives lost, and futures made uncertain. And yet, even in the midst of conflict, we witness glimpses of joy. People offering shelter to neighbors, communities organizing for peace, and courageous voices speaking up for justice and compassion. As Unitarian Universalists, we affirm the worth of every person and the hope of peace. May we not turn away, but instead open our hearts wider, holding space for grief and also for the possibility of healing. Let us be grounded in love and steadfast in our commitment to a world where peace is not only imagined, but realized. For all the joys and sorrows, spoken and unspoken, we bear witness with our care and concern. Please join me in singing. Please rise now as you're willing and able for hymn 108, My Life Flows On in Endless Song.
I am Chris Jarman. I am the Director of Lifespan Faith Development. I use she, her pronouns. And today I want to share with you a story that is called I Am Love. And it is written by Susan Verde. I like the pictures in this one. I love the colors, so I chose to use the book today. When I see someone going through a storm of hurt and unfairness, of anger, of sadness, when the sun disappears and the skies grow dark, and I see there is fear, I ask myself, what can I do to let the light back in? Looks kind of dark right there, doesn't it? Yeah. I put my hands on my heart and I listen. Can we all put our hands on our heart? This is where I find the answer. I have compassion. I act with tenderness. I am love. I can listen and not say a word. I can be there. Love is being present. I can hug and I can hold and I can say, everything's going to be all right. Love is comfort. I can speak softly. I can choose my words and my actions carefully. Love is gentle. I can give thanks for all that I have and I'm able to share. Love is gratitude. I can keep my mind and body safe and healthy. Love is taking care of me. I can express what's important to me. Love is creative. I can know that no one is perfect. Love is understanding. I can do my best to make things better when something's wrong. Love is effort. I can celebrate those who I loved before. Love is remembering. I can find goodness in a kind word, a helping hand, a shared smile. Love is tiny gestures. I can breathe in the air that the whole world shares, and I know all creatures are made from the very same stardust. Love is connection. When the clouds roll in for others and for me, I know that there is something that I can do. I can let my heart lead the way. I am love. You are love. We are love. Let's say it together. We are love. And with love, we will weather the storm and we'll light up the sky together. I am love, this story reminds us that love isn't just a feeling. It's something we can choose and something we do. Love can be quiet or bold, gentle or strong. Love can be like helping a friend, standing up for someone who's hurting, caring for the earth, or even taking a deep breath when we need to take care of ourselves. Let's take a deep breath. As Unitarian Universalists, we believe that love is at the center of our faith. Love guides us when we do the work for fairness, when we welcome everyone, and when we try to make the world a kinder place. And love starts right here, right now, with us. So this week, let's ask ourselves, how can I choose love today? How will you choose love all week? It might be with our hands, it might be with our words, it might be with our hearts, or even just with a big, loving breath. Let's carry that love with us wherever we go. And with this, our story is told.
Our reading today is by Lao Tzu. We hope someone else has the answer. Some other place will be better. Some other time it will all turn out. This is it. No one else has the answer. No other place will be better. And it has already turned out. At the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. There is no need to run outside for better seeing, nor to peer from a window. Rather, abide at the center of your being, for the more you leave it, the less you learn. Search your heart and see the way to do is to be.
Good morning. For as far back as my memory goes, I wanted one thing: to be a writer. Every night I would hole up in my bedroom closet with a towel stuffed under the door so my parents wouldn't see the light. During the day, I was an anxious kid with a messed up family life. But in the wee hours, I was totally unfettered and utterly alone in the most delicious way. Free to fill notebooks with scribbled poems and stories and ramblings about my life, disgorging the contents of a brain that was normally too cluttered to think. I craved the life of a writer, a real writer, a professional writer, with an intensity that was almost unbearable. To me, a writer was so obviously the highest and best thing you could be, to the degree that I assumed that every adult I knew who was not a writer, which, since I grew up in a small town, was all of them, was in fact not a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher, but in reality a failed writer who had given up and settled for some lesser profession. I was terrified of ending up like them. I started chasing legitimacy, which is to say external validation, immediately. I entered my first writing contest in 5th grade, and I won. But it turned out that wasn't enough to make me feel real. I was deeply invested in the idea that you had it or you didn't, and I was so scared that I didn't really have it. I wanted to be a pro, and that meant getting paid. I thought money would make me feel real. From the age of 12, I carried around this book that was about 3 inches thick called The Writer's Marketplace. Published annually, it listed all the places you could get paid for your writing, from magazines to greeting cards. Unfortunately, my ambition was matched by my horror at the prospect of rejection. I filled the writer's marketplace with highlighter and passionate intentions, but I never sent a pitch. I also never stopped wanting to. Paradoxically, how much I wanted to be a writer was what stood in my way. I was so afraid of the answer that I wouldn't ask the question. Smash cut to college. I'm an English major at UT, and I still desperately want to be a writer. I think if I can get an internship at a magazine, I'll be real. You can probably guess the rest. I get an internship at the Texas Observer, a paid one, but it's not enough. It's not real enough. After graduation, I moved to New York. I get a staff position at a magazine, but it doesn't count because it's a lad mag. I spend my days interviewing amateur models about their dating lives. It's not exactly artistically fulfilling. My office is on 5th Avenue, but I do not feel like a real writer. After a couple of years of this, I have a quarter-life crisis, quit the magazine, and move back to my hometown in absolute shambles. I get a job at Starbucks because it's walking distance from my mom's apartment, because I don't have a car, Periodically, someone I went to high school with would come through the drive-thru, spot me in my green apron and name tag, and say, "Hey, didn't you move to New York and become a writer?" And I would say, "Yes, here's your latte." The most basic and universal instinct is that of self-preservation. The desire to avoid harm scales all the way up and all the way down in the natural kingdom, appearing in practically everything that is alive. Even individual cells exhibit it. Scientists recently discovered that cardiac myocytes, which are the cells that make up most of the heart, have an acute sense of self-preservation. They can duck, dart, and dodge foreign substances that may harm them. In fact, when myocardiac arrest happens, which is to say a heart attack, it is actually the cardiac myocytes abruptly hibernating in an attempt to wait out a lack of oxygen. While this is ultimately deadly to whoever's heart it is, it prolongs the cell's survival for as long as possible as it hopes for resuscitation. The cell itself hopes. People don't often talk about the price of hope, how expensive it is, what people will quietly sacrifice for hope, what they'll do for it. There's something called the sunk cost fallacy. It's the rationale that says, I've tried or hoped or believed in or done something for so long, or I've given so much to something that I can't stop now, or else it means it was all for nothing. It means I was wrong the whole time. It means it's really over. It's the rationale that keeps the gambler at the table. As long as he's still playing, the money isn't really gone. He could get it back at any moment. It could all turn around. It could still be okay. Hope will keep someone in a marriage or a job, a relationship or a cause that hurts them. I'm here today to tell you something very important. It may be something no one has ever told you before, but even if it is, I would ask you to hear me as if it was the first time. You can stop. You can say no. You can say no more. You can say, I don't want this. You can say, this hurts me. If something is hurting you, you can stop. No matter what it is, or who it's for, or in front of how many people you said you would do it forever, you can stop. If something is hurting you, no matter what it is, you can stop. As you use, everything we do is centered in love. But so often that love is pointed outward. Our hearts go out to the troubled, all the hurt, all the need outside of us. We forget that our love first must be directed inward. If that's too hard in the moment to feel worthy of that love, to love yourself, to defend yourself and protect yourself for the simple, true, and righteous reason that you deserve it by virtue of being a person, of being alive, of being, then believe it, because when you love yourself, not passively, but actively, when you protect yourself the way you would protect someone else from suffering, when you love yourself, you have so much more love to give everyone and everything outside of yourself that also suffers. If not for you, then for them. The them that is every loved one and every stranger and every cause for which your heart aches. Know that when you stand on the solid ground of self-love, self-compassion, self-mercy, you embrace them from a firm foundation. If not for you, then for all that you love. If something is hurting you, you can stop. If no one has ever given you permission to say no, to say, no, you don't get to hurt me anymore, then I give you permission. If no one has ever told you, or even if they have, hear me now, I'm telling you, you can stop. You can stop anytime. Admittedly, I am no one, but they let me stand behind this pulpit. And so you might hear me, this message that is not from me, but from love itself. This truth is the truth of love, that you, no matter who you are or what you've done, or how long you've done it, or how much you've tried, or how long you've hoped, you can stop. I stopped talking to my mom recently. For 44 years, I believed, against the evidence, that she loved me because she was my mom, and moms love their kids, right? And she always said she loved me. But now I know that what she did wasn't love. It could never be. It was incompatible with love. Admitting this, that my own mother didn't love me and never had, was excruciating. For 44 years, I had believed something that wasn't true, that had never been true. And it hurt. Oh, how it hurt. And it hurts still. It will probably always hurt. But when I admitted it to myself, it let me also take in, admit, accept the corresponding truth that it wasn't my fault, that I didn't deserve it, that I was a kid, I couldn't deserve it. Now that I have children, I know for sure it wasn't love. You couldn't pay me enough to act the way she did, because I love my kids, and love doesn't hurt. Now comes the hard part. Can I love myself? Well, I can try. And part of that trying is admitting when something or someone is hurting me and saying, you don't get to do that anymore. I say no, because I deserve my own protection, the protection I would offer someone else, the love I would lavish on them, I also deserve. Excuse me. Scientists used to believe that cardiac myocytes, the cells of the heart, were created prenatally and were all the same age as the person in whose chest they beat. They believed until very recently that when these cells died, that was it. The heart was diminished. But it wasn't true. It was never true. In reality, the heart makes new cells all the time. In fact, in the average lifetime, your heart will replace about 40% of its cells. Isn't that amazing? Your heart does not only break, it also heals. Your heart doesn't die bit by bit. It is also born. So, back to being a writer. When I left New York, I thought the dream was dead. I thought I had failed. I had given writing my all, and I had failed. But the story wasn't over. Little by little, I began again, freelancing an article here, an essay there. And this time I was choosy. I didn't write anything I didn't care about. I built a career I could respect. A few years later, I was sitting in the National Press Briefing Room in the White House, receiving an award for outstanding public service in magazine journalism. I mean, no, that's okay. It's for the point of the sermon, not that it's just a thing. Okay. I had made it. Even I could not deny that I was a professional writer, that I was real. And a few years after that, I quit. Because even though I had achieved everything I wanted to, journalism was hurting me. The stories I worked on dealt with the darkest and heaviest things that make up the world. I spent almost a year on a 2-part investigative feature about police brutality, and it banged me up. I saw and heard things I'll never forget. I started drinking, which had never been a part of my life before. I started having panic attacks. For months, I carried around Benadryl in my pocket at all times because at any moment, I might break into hives from anxiety. I still sometimes find little pink pills in my jacket pockets. Obviously, I was not half as hurt by these realities as the people I was interviewing, the victims, but I was damaged. Journalism was eating me, not feeding me. Even though I had gotten my dream job, I let it go. I said no. None of the context actually matters. This is hurting me, and I don't have to let it. I had babies, and I stayed home with them. While I was doing so, I started volunteering with a hospice group called No One Dies Alone, or NODA. When someone in the hospital is expected to die soon, and for whatever reason no one can be with them, the hospital calls on NODA, and its volunteers sit with that person in shifts around the clock until they pass. Many times the person is unresponsive, but it doesn't matter. We play soothing music and talk gently. We try to honor their religious tradition if we know it, so if they're a Catholic, we say the rosary, etc. As I mentioned, I am by nature an anxious person, a workaholic, internally and externally restless. But when I sat at a bedside, I knew I was exactly where I was supposed to be. In the wide spinning world, I was still, I was present, it was holy, I was home. Now I'm in seminary to become a hospice chaplain. I still write, but not for money or to prove anything to myself or anyone else. If I had remained a professional writer, that dream to which I devoted the first 4 decades of my life, I would never have found my place in the world. I would never have come home. There's a quote by Beau Taplin. Listen to me. Your body is not a temple. Temples can be destroyed or desecrated. Your body is a forest. Thick canopies of maple trees and sweet-scented wildflowers sprouting in the underwood. You will grow back over and over, no matter how badly you are devastated. Admitting that something is hurting you, be it a job, a relationship, an addiction, a dream, a cause, even a hope, can be devastating, but you will survive. In every renovation, there is demolition. But the heart repairs, renews, if only you will let it. Whatever is hurting you, you can stop. Be brave. Fight for yourself like you would fight for a beloved child, because that's what you are. You are a beloved child of the universe, no matter who you are or what you've done, and nothing can ever change that. You are as worthy of protection and peace as a cooing baby, and nothing can ever change that. Amen, and blessed be. Please join me for meditation. Be still. Arrive. Relax. Feel. Feel your clothes on your skin. Feel the weight of your body in your chair. Feel the air. Let go. Release. Feel the universe holding you. You specifically. Come home. You have arrived. You are home.
We are the tradition of the Free Church. Our church and our community outreach are supported not from an outside source, but from within. We invite you to make a financial contribution to help sustain this church's vital work. Knowing that every gift, large and small, is appreciated and carefully used in service of our mission. The QR code or text information for donations is available at the back of the seat pocket. If you would like to donate by credit card, Apple, or Google Pay, someone from stewardship can assist you near the kitchen after the service. As the ushers come forward to receive the offering, I invite you to say with me these words. We are building beloved community with our labor and with our treasure. With gratitude, we receive the offering. May it help us to fulfill our mission in the world.
Precious child of the universe, the wide world awaits your love. Protect its beloved child. Care for them. You are needed, you are worthy, and you are loved. You are free. Go forth with gladness, with confidence, that you are loved for all of time. Amen, and blessed be.
I want to share with you ways to connect, learn, and grow together this morning. And we hope that you'll find something that nourishes your soul. Here are some of the ways to join in community today. Our nursery is open until 12:30. Our all-ages drumming circle meets from 11:15 to 12:15 in the Common Ground building, right outside the doors off the fellowship hall. There's a separate building. You'll go right in there. We have drums and percussion instruments for you, and Ram will be leading us this morning. We also have Bring Your Own Practice, which is the spiritual practice group in room 208, where they will be partaking in the spiritual practice of sound bathing. We also have our tabletop reflection questions on all the tables in the fellowship hall. So if you want to take some time after the service for deeper conversation with family, friends, or new connections, reflection questions are available at the tables to spark meaningful discussion about today's sermon. You might not know what you might discover in the discussion. The safety team gathers in room 105 at 12:30. The meditation group meets in 208 at 12:30. However you choose to engage, we're so glad you're here today. And there's always a place for you here.
I invite you to rise for our closing hymn, number 18, What Wondrous Love, and remain standing for the extinguishing of the chalice. Now let us say these words to each other. We extinguish the flame here, that it might glow gently in our hearts. May it light your path as you leave this place. May it guide your way until we are together again. You can be seated. Thank you. Just for another minute or two. It has been a gift to be together today. Thank you to today's home team, whose names I forgot to write down. Who can help me?
Eileen in live stream.
Eileen was on the live stream. Larice, Judy, Dawn, David on soundboard, Tina, thank you all. Lee. Okay, I almost did everything. All right. Yeah. We thank them for their hospitality and for making this space a welcoming space for all of you. And let's continue that hospitality by spending the next 5 minutes talking with someone you don't know. Members, be sure to introduce yourselves to any first-time visitors we have, and they will be wearing handwritten name tags, and show them where the visitors' table and the coffee are. And may we all know the blessings of fellowship.